time?
You all get to do a
After the
recap
recap?
first, because who wants to do the recap as to the events of last week?
Well,
Pain,
I did the last one.
suffering. I'd say Dan should do it.
Okay, so I'll actually try to do it as best as I can. The long
That's fine.
recap. So will go a little bit further than last week, just so we have recollection. Yep.
Okay.
So we went and talked to the merchant and told him that, hey, we might work together and make it inside the tomb if he would like. He told us to come back in about 3 or 4 days when the moon was full, and we could get inside the tomb. Well, by the time we made it here to the tomb was already open. We get inside the tomb, find ourselves adventuring around. We fight some demons and come into the room we are currently in, which was the gnome. No, not gnome, halfling.
Halfling.
Our halfling friend was fiddling around with something and started questioning us if we had found a way to stop the demon. We kind of gave him vague answers until he threw a body at us, which happens to be the gnome, and then he turned out to be a doppelganger. No, I hate gnomes. I
He's
really
not a
hate gnomes.
gnome.
But he's going to be a gnome to me. He's short.
The doppelganger turns into a gnome and attacks you.
Yeah.
And also he has hellhounds.
Yeah, but that was basically the big twist. Turns out, Rashad Jadan is dead. His doppelganger is.
Now the question: how long has he been working as a doppelganger, and how long has he been the real person?
I mean, I think we asked last session about how fresh the body was, and it was like a few days or something.
It been dead a few days, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing.
Is there anything anybody would like to add to that?
By sobbing for 20 minutes maybe, but
Pleading for your lives.
The shadow
Praying to
demon hit
whatever god you
Lorith
believe
for
in.
the first time. Lorith for the first time.
Loreleth took damage. Cries a single tear.
As you all tried to build a wall to protect Lorelith, the shadow demon just walked around your wall.
Yeah.
Her combat hymen has been busted.
Oh,
Ouchie.
Jesus.
Anyway, you all need to roll initiative.
Well. At least the frontline fighters rolled higher than we did.
True.
So they get to attract ire.
Their wife for hire? Forth, with his amazing dexterity, is the first one to act.
Well, I will move a little forward.
Okay. Just a little
About
bit.
30 forward. Yeah, about 30 forward or so. And
I would actually point out the fact that the doppelganger, as he transformed from the halfling, grew massively in size, and now is much larger than you all.
It's like 8 feet or something like that.
Yeah, he's basically like 8. He's big and broad and like 7.5, 8 feet tall. So he's a good sized creature. I want to point that out. Sorry, before you made any other actions, Dan. In case that informs your decisions on what you're gonna do.
yes, one step backwards. Yes, but still, yes.
So basically, as you're running up, you see the doppelganger kind of like almost do a Bane thing where he kind of like swells and gets bigger, and you just kind of like stop and going, wait a minute, just hold up.
I literally stop and start looking at the ground, counting the spaces in front of me, like, Wait a minute. He's bigger than I thought. And then I'm going to attack at the Hellhound.
Go for it. Which one?
Number 2?
Doesn't matter. That is a failure. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is a success.
Wait, no. It would be a failure because he has to beat a 14.
Right. The Hellhound failed.
Oh, okay.
I read it as a failure on my end as you missed. I didn't realize it was a save or attack thing. The Hellhound takes 14 points of damage and seems wounded. You can kind of see the Hellhound's skin kind of being etched away from the necrotic damage as it kind of swirls around him.
And I will end my turn.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Hellhound will step up. And we'll breathe fire at you all.
Ouch.
That did not do what I wanted it to do. That did not work the way I wished it to work.
Were you supposed to target us all before that?
Well, there's only 2 of y'all in range, and so it should have targeted both Forth and Lorelith, but it did not.
Interesting.
Forth and Elar. Save 20. Okay, that did not work the way I wished it to work. Just roll a dexterity saving throw, please. Both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Success on both of you all. Oh, you don't need to, Lorelith.
Oh. Sorry.
You all both succeed. You take no damage. Forth, as you kind of dodge out of the way, you see your sword begin to kind of glow as the fire kind of erupts around it.
Oh. So, does it absorb it, or does it?
It starts to kind of swirl around it in kind of a funny pattern, though. As you dodge out of the way, the fire kind of bends around your sword. And kind of an unusual thing. But the Hellhound has used its action, and Luther, it is your go.
I can't remember. What happens if I cast a spell next to a creature?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, say I was right here and I cast Sacred Flame on the Hellhound too. Would it get, any kind of... Is there anything that would happen?
Oh, let me double check that.
If it's a to attack spell, I think you get disadvantage. But if it's a save spell, that's...
Well, I mean, there are also touch spells, too. Remember that, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Yeah, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, so...
Well, let me double check. Because I don't remember the rule on that one. Casting in melee. If it requires a ranged attack, you have disadvantage.
There, then. That should be alright.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically if you're within melee range, just 5 feet, you have disadvantage on a ranged attack spell. But beyond that, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on him.
He succeeds.
So, no damage, right?
That is no damage, no.
But it's good to know that he has a +1 on his dexterity save.
Uh-oh, another exhaust connection.
Oh no.
Not good.
Anoni, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I'm on my the 4G. There it goes.
Okay, you've reconnected and it's the doppelganger room. So did you end the turn or did I make it just end it for you?
I ended it. I hit the button to end it, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, I just wanted to check because it just dropped another turn. I didn't know if it went. I didn't hope it didn't kick you out because I don't remember what your thing was. Okay, so the doppelganger will go.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to reconnect to Wi-Fi on my phone, just in case that does something weird.
Okay.
Sounds great.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Unless it just took a shit again.
Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
can hear
You're
you.
good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, sweet. You seem to be still be connected, so you seem to be okay.
Yep.
All right,
So what does Doppelganger do? Doppelganger?
doppelganger. The doppelganger will move up to beside his hellhound, but has no more room to go.
Quick question. So is the doppelganger of large size? I know you said he's tall. Is that the reason why his
It would be a large size creature, yes.
Okay.
It would be classified in this situation as a large. Technically, the monster manual is not classified as a large, but it is a large creature. It is a large doppelganger. It's bigger than an orc, basically. I mean, he's like 7.5, 8 feet tall. He's big. He's broad looking. Somehow he's shrunk down to being a gnome or a halfling size. Sorry.
Pretty dense halfling then.
Remember, he threw the body across the room with one hand. Lorelith, you are up. The Hellhound has come up and breathed fire. The Doppelganger has moved up, but has not gotten in range of attacking as he runs forward.
Yeah. Okay, well, I suppose as a bonus action, Loreleth will cast Hunter's Mark on the Hellhound.
Okay.
So I hit the right fucking button. There we go. And then...
Are you going to move back a bit?
Yes. She's going to move over here and then take a shot.
I wonder why.
Okay. Take a shot at the
Why does
Hellhound.
Lorelith have a little plus symbol on the token?
It's the Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Oh, yes.
It's a thing that Fantasy Grounds updated after here a while back that did this. So one of the updates gave us these little simple thingies, I think.
Yep. That's a hit, I presume.
You hit.
Yeah,
You
I
hit
figured.
It also has taken damage, so you get Colossal Slayer.
Yep.
And you did your Hunter's Mark automatic applies.
Yeah,
Hellhound
yeah,
is
yeah.
very wounded. It seems to be heavily wounded at this point. It's kind of...
I get one more attack.
Oh, that's right.
I forget if it was Hunter's Mark or Colossus Slayer that you can do. Let me double check that real quick, if that's all right.
Go for it.
And I can't remember. Doppelgangers have like a kind of suede leather skin in their natural form, don't they?
He's more like Gumby.
So Hunter's Mark would apply again.
Okay.
But Colossus Slayer won't.
Yeah. He's like Gumby, basically. He's gushy and mushy and kind of almost looks like he's made of ooze or kind of a clay material, like a liquid-fly clay. That also hits.
Boom.
The Hellhound is extremely wounded now. He is kind of bleeding this kind of orangish red blood.
Does he get
Right.
Colossus Slayer again? I can't remember
He
how
does
that
not.
one works.
It doesn't. It can only use it once per turn. So that was in the same turn, so I could only do the Colossus Slayer once. I checked. Trust me.
I'm going to start my turn by moseying on up here.
Okay.
Stabby stab the Hellhound.
What is with these 11s? These 11s plus 9. Like, what are y'all doing?
Hacking the game.
That's it. I'm taking away
Yeah.
the +1 weapons. Y'all no longer have them.
Aw.
It hits. Roll your damage. It's dead.
Hooray.
Poof. As the Hellhound kind of almost fades into ash. As its body kind of burns to death. As you kind of cut it open, its blood kind of bursts into flames and basically burns it to the death.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move back where I was, and I will take the hide action.
Just love that.
That was not the action I expected. You
So
can
that's
enter-
a
That's the action.
whatever you're
stealth
ready.
roll, right?
Yes. All right, so you roll a stealth. Let's see what the I want to check that up actually because I don't recall what the hide action is exactly. Very few players actually ever use the hide action. Most of them are kind of like, I'm just going to keep attacking until it's dead or I die.
Yeah.
Hide.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Hiding. Page 177. Page 177. See sneaking. Fooling yourself. See practical joke. Practical joke. See fooling someone.
Sneaking, see hiding. I like it.
Make a steady stealth check until
There's
you're
that.
discovered or you stop hiding.
Check totals contested by wisdom perception check.
Hide from
Sure.
a creature that can see you clearly, and you give away your position if you make noise, such as shouting a warning or knocking out a wave. You are an elf, so you would not be able to hide because you would be seen.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll just end my turn then.
Yeah, because you are like if you are a halfling, you can do that because you can hide behind a larger creature.
Oh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
halfling nimblety or something like that is what it gives you that option.
I mean, the doppelganger's larger creature can hide behind him.
Yes, just run around behind his leg and he moves around. You're moving around behind him. The hellhound. You see it kind of growl, and it rushes forward, howling incessantly, and rushes into attack. But it has to dash and use its actions, and that didn't help. So it's Forrest's turn.
Go get him.
Yeah. Okay, so if I move, say, that open position, and I attack the Hellhound, would I gain advantage on it since he was coming to run and attack Luther the way it looked?
You would not have advantage because Luther is not engaged with that target yet. Because he hasn't engaged, right? So Luther was here, and the Hellhound went. Luther has not engaged that target, so you would not have advantage. And you also
Okay.
would have the doppelganger attacking you. It would be also on your side, so you would not have advantage there because you're being attacked by another creature.
Gotcha. I just wanted to know. So that's what.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack the hellhound.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
All right, and I'm going to make a second.
Okay. That hits.
That hits. Okay, so I'm going to swing my.
Go for it. So as you lash out with your sword, you see as you begin to swing your sword, it kind of you see the fire that was around it earlier kind of begin to coalesce from the blade and burn, and your sword begins to glow with fire, and you slice into the hellhound, doing 18 plus 4 points of damage. So you are able to drastically slice into the hellhound. That was the
Okay.
hellhound, right?
Yes, I thought I. Yeah. So, quick note. So, do I now know that my sword absorbs flame and then I dish it out, or is it just awoken it? So now,
You get the impression that it was not it did not absorb it so much as it unleashed the power that was inside the sword. As the blade begins to kind of glow bright red, and it continues to glow in your hand.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yes.
And I will end my turn.
Cool. Luther, you are up.
Well, first off, Luther's going to be a little bit astonished by what his sword just did, and then I'm going to. What am I going to do here? Yeah, I'm going to attack the Warhound. I mean,
Well, that's interesting.
Hellhound.
I would like to point out something. You lost 6 points of damage on that one. It did not do 18, it did 12, because the Hellhound is immune to fire. And for some reason, it did not calculate that for me. But that's okay. You missed the Hellhound with your Warhammer.
That's also why I didn't use Searing Smite in any cases, because I kind of figure a lot of them are immune to fire.
Isn't Searing Smite a radiant ability?
No, it's fire damage, and it causes it to catch on fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, that should have been an advantage. Right?
Yes.
I'll just roll another one.
You, by the way, have Guiding Bolt. 46 radiant damage on an attack spell.
I'm also being a little bit conservative with my spells, too, is the other thing. That one
Heals
hits?
up.
True. That one does hit. Yes, a 21 does hit. And it takes 8 points of damage.
Alright, every little bit counts.
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, the doppelganger will go, and it will attack Dan.
I didn't know Dan was even in this universe.
Sorry. He knows who I'm talking about.
I know.
He will grab you and try and slam you to the ground.
Oh dear Lord! Like Macho Man slam, like
Yeah, body slam.
It
Oh, he
misses.
missed.
He kind of grabs you. He can't get a hold of you, but he will attack again. And he will miss again. He's so big and cumbersome. He's been used to being a small creature, and he can't just get his hands around you. But he will step around here.
Oh boy.
Luther, you are up.
Luther.
Laureleth.
Loreleth, sorry.
We're doing this again. Okay.
You and y'all's names are damn near the same. You bastards.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on the Hellhound. Switch it over to the Hellhound, and going to, I guess, over here.
Do you have the spell slots left for that?
I can, as a bonus action, I can put Hunter's Mark. Hang on a sec. Let me pull up action. All descriptions.
Okay. I couldn't remember if
Yeah.
that was a power or a spell. I was like, you've done that
That's
a
part
lot.
of the spell. Yeah. As long as it's still during the duration, once the enemy I'm attacking dies, I can take a bonus action to change it to
Okay.
another.
That's fine. I just wanted to ask.
It's overpowered, I know, but
No,
you know,
it's kind of like I would have thought you would have been in a spell slot by now, but I didn't realize that you could do that without.
no. I only have first level and a second level spell slot so far.
That's why I asked.
Okay.
It's like you're a hunter. You don't get that many. You ain't a cleric. Baby.
No, I know. Anyway, gonna go ahead and take my shots.
I guess how it hits. Heavily damaged. Takes a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely wounded.
Okay, I'm gonna take my next shot. Just give me a second.
Hits.
There we go. Dead.
It is dead.
That'll end my turn.
Edelar. The doppelganger has ran up. Or squidged up, basically, in front of you. What do you do?
Stab.
That hits.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna add sneak attack to that.
Figured you would. So you stab your rapier into this kind of Gumby guy. You know, it pierces through, and you take chunks out as you do.
Right, now attack him with my offhand sword.
Okay. That hits. And you do... Jesus. Your main hand with advantage, or with sneak attack damage does 20. Your offhand does 13.
I just know where to strike, that's all.
Yeah. Your +1 rapier barely did more damage with sneak attack bonus damage to it. Yeah.
With that-
It basically did.
With that, I will end my turn.
All right. Fourth, you are up.
So, being somewhat angry that he has killed our little halfling friend, I'm going to attack at him with all.
Halfling friend.
I mean, in some context, he might have been.
Well,
Yes.
he's part of my organization, so.
Oh, okay.
You never met him. Y'all angered him. You called him constantly as if he was 411.
There's an 18 hit.
An 18 does it.
Damn.
Ooh.
Well,
Whoa. Okay.
I'm gonna roll to try to collect some of my arrows back.
Go for it. All right, so you managed to get all your arrows back.
Awesome.
Before we go on, Mark, so I want to give you the opportunity. You did just make this weapon do an extra 2d6. This is like me critting on every swing. Do you want to still give me 2d6 fire damage?
I'm aware. I know what the weapon does. I'm the one who gave you the weapon.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you're making me very happy with the numbers. I just wanted to. I didn't know if this was just.
I looked at the weapon a while back and picked it out. You just hadn't attuned it yet. Yes, I gave you the weapon with no ideas whatsoever that it would do that much damage.
I'm just gonna stare at the just the fire coming off the sword and be amazed.
Well, it does. It only when you swing it, it bursts into flames. But until you do, it just kind of glows with this kind of dull red flame. And as you begin to swing it, it kind of glows through the air, and all of a sudden, it just kind of bursts into flames. So basically, it kind of goes. You see this kind of like almost like it just kind of starts going brighter. Whoof! It's just in flames.
Oh.
But as you smite down the doppelganger, You hear, you almost feel the entire tomb begin to kind of almost shake. And you hear in the distance, I am free again. And you feel a presence begin to fill the air.
We can't have that.
Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to get back in there, please.
Thank you for ruining the moment, by the way. Just have this epic, Kono... What?
Weeb.
I don't weeb, so... but you can hear it coming from beyond the stairwell.
If I check the doppelganger, can I find whatever he was fumbling around with when he was up there on the?
You do.
All right. So what am I looking at here? Like a little locket,
You find a stone etched into all four sides. It's kind of a rounded square stone, so it's got like a top and a side and a bottom, stuff like that, but it's kind of rounded on all sides. Etched with archonic ruins that are unfamiliar to you.
So that's even without an Arcana check. I'm just not even familiar. So okay. I kind of
they're not archonic ruins like you've ever seen. They're built. They're chiseled into the stone basically, and they're kind of they have a bluish green hue in the insides, but it doesn't appear to be ink. It's just there.
Gotcha. I asked Luther if he's seen anything like this in the books we've written.
Have I?
No. Sorry, but no. You have not seen anything. Like, nobody has seen anything like this. This is some kind of archonic magic you have not experienced.
And I can't remember, what was the description of this room?
It is kind of a... This room had basically a bunch of pews, and basically there's this little kind of stairway up to the top, and there was a little platform, basically. And so basically it's almost like a chapel, or like a meeting hall of some kind, or something like that. Something.
What's on Rashad Jadan's corpse then?
His corpse seems to... Basically just his armor, but he seems to have been picked clean of any valuables. the whoever was here seems to have... Whoever killed him seems to have decided that he should not have valuables.
Should I try to see if my identify could pull up anything or do anything with that stone we found? Do you think that'd be worth trying and burning a slot?
You do not feel that you could identify that in that way.
Yep.
That would be... As you stand there and kind of look at the stone, you don't get the impression that your spell identify would be able to identify it, because it still requires you to have some kind of knowledge.
Maybe we can message Tilk.
Hey, there's a demon loose. We found a stone. Can you help?
Yeah, please.
Throw the rock at the demon and see what happens.
That's how that works.
Also, can I use my second wind? Because after hearing the demon speak, I would like to gain a little bit of health back.
Yes. I mean, it's an ability you have. I don't see why you couldn't.
Okay, well, I just would just to let you know I was going to do it. So I gain I actually get plus my fighter level, so plus 5.
So you get 11 back. So you're back to 0. So you can go on your character sheet, go to your HP, and see where it says WND, and just push 0. There you go.
Awesome.
But you can feel a presence beginning to kind of fill the air more and more.
So you guys want to see what's downstairs?
They're upstairs.
I could cast Pass Without Trace. I could be sneaky, but that's probably not gonna work.
I would. Oh, I got the wrong one. I think this might be a secret passage over this way, so I'm
It's
going
a
to see if I can
doorway.
take a look.
It-
Oh, it is.
Yes, and it seems to lead into the room for which you stood above and saw the miasma from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Oh, and it happens to be above the broken bit.
It basically it wraps around, and basically you're able to walk out to the platform that was up there before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the voice came from?
The voice seems to be coming from everywhere. It doesn't seem to have an originating point. It seems to kind of just be in the air as it exists. Like almost like it doesn't really exist, but it does.
Well, looking down the hallway, can we see anything out in the middle there, or is it too far away?
You can make some arcanic stuff going on out there. Yes. Something arcanic is kind of in the air.
It's kind of what?
You see arcanic energy kind of flowing and breaking and kind of crackling. Almost as if it's just lightning of arcanic energy kind of spewing out. That it's you like the average person would not be able to see it, but you all, because of your arcanic natures, can.
So, do you guys think it's this way or down the basement?
As you all are staring down the hallway, you begin to kind of almost see the little holes beginning to try and open up.
Like little portals?
Basically, like little parts of a portal. It seems kind of like they break up and then crush back up together, close back up, and they sort of stretch open and close again.
So I like to move a little bit further.
You're going alone?
All right, I'll move up too.
I like to move up, and I saw Laura live barely inch forward.
Yeah, she's kind of shaking a bit at this point.
All right. So as you begin moving forward more and more, the portals begin to open more and close back up, and open more and close back up, almost like they're being clawed open.
So, like, are there just one or multiple? Like
It
like
seems to be
there's
part of a bigger one. Like it's like little sections of it, so it's not like a defined edge, basically, if that makes any sense.
would the portal be going on the right side of the platform?
No, it's back here against that back wall. Whoa, way too far.
I just move that just as a
Basically, it's here because. Hang on. Put you back where you are.
gotcha.
Because as you all do that, you begin to start to see a figure. A being begins to kind of. You can see it comes trying to pry its way out.
Mm-hmm.
You see it kind of pushing apart, and you can feel its essence and its presence kind of descending upon you as it fights to claw its way out of this wherever it is.
Gotta zoom in and see this picture.
It does not look like that. It is
Fuck that
a
picture.
being. Yeah, it's a. Just go with it. Basically, it is an entire chain just wrapped around it. And you can see into its eyes are just a glowing green red flame, and it's where its mouth would be is just burning red flame. And you can see it just its body is nothing but a chain encompassing this fire. And it is clawing and prying and trying to fight its way out.
Kill it before it gets out.
Yeah, can I take an action here?
You can. It notices you all, though. You can see it almost looking and peering into your eyes. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good.
Let's see how badly mine fails. Yep.
Oh
I
no.
knew that was coming. I knew that was coming last week.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
the cleric.
The wisest of us all.
I knew this was coming last week.
I
Something
love
like
this too, by the way. 7 plus 1 gives you 8. 1 plus 7 gives you 8. Wonderful job.
Yeah.
God, I knew this was gonna happen last week. Something like this.
So Eldalar and Laura, you see in front of you the fighter, Forth, and you see Luther, and they kind of they quiver and faint, and Forth and Luther, you begin to start to kind of feel a weight on you, your souls, and you start to hear the voices and the screams of your families and your friends in your back of your minds.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of yelling considering how big my character's family is.
Yes, I know. But as you all are on this bridge, you see the thing come out. It goes, "I will be free. You will not stop me." And you see it shoot its hand out of the portal, and spewing from its hand. Let me get him on here, because I did a bad job at this. Four, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 5.
Yes, yes.
You see it
Sadly.
shoot out from its hands, little bits of chain, and they land, and they begin to kind of coalesce. And you see 7 small chain demons. Their eyes, they resemble exactly the demon that you're seeing in this portal as it tries to claw its way out. You all need to roll initiative.
This bodes poorly.
Yes, it does. What the hell, Forth? You're beating the rogue, you're beating the ranger. You have a negative to your dex mod.
No, it's just a regular. It's just
a flat.
Well, I'm being inspired by what's going on, even though I'm on the ground unconscious. It reminds me of like the sail fight. So my dad needs to die so I can have my one arm broke and I can cast a big giant Kamehameha.
Alright, so you see these demons, these chain torment spawns. They begin to rush on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh God, Cell Juniors.
Oh, just wait. Spawn 6. I'm missing one, which is spawn 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Anyone know the lightning bolt spell?
You notice something. As 2 of them run together, one leaps on the back of another one.
Do they get bigger?
They don't get bigger. They seem to be independent, but they do seem to be able to kind of. You get the impression they take up very little space. Forth, standing on the bridge in front of you, you see 4 of them blocking your path.
Okay, so do I need to try to break loose of whatever this wisdom save thing
You
was, or is
do.
it just I'm
You need to make a wisdom saving throw at the beginning of your turn, please.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh.
So the voices get even stronger. Now the images are beginning to flood your mind, and you're beginning to see their pictures of their faces, and you see Rashad dying repeatedly over in your mind. Different ways every time. Stabbed in the back, stabbed in the throat, choked, bound and beaten. You see others. You can act, but you will act with a disadvantage.
gotcha. So I know you said with a disadvantage, so even if I do cast something that's a saving throw, do they get an advantage on their save?
They do.
Well, it's still worth trying, so I'm going to attack. I guess this is spawn number.
Uh,
Do you want me to roll it again to give them
yes,
advantage?
please. It fails both times.
Hmm.
It is instantly killed.
But as I do that, I will still hold like my head, having these weird.
Basically, you kind of
Visions
cover
and
your
pain.
eyes and just kind of throw the spell forward, knowing there's something in front of you. As basically you're blinded from the effects of the imagery, kind of basically filling your vision. You kind of
And
get this
I
like
will,
almost after image of what's actually happening in your mind.
Hmm.
Lorelith, there are still 3 on the bridge.
Mhm.
You are fine, but fourth is struggling mightily.
Mhm. Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, I think I think it's bonus action to do that. Hang on a sec. Where the fuck is it? It's a bonus. Okay. As a bonus action, going to cast Hail of Thorns myself.
Okay.
I don't know if I should click the button now or wait later, but
What does
she's
it do?
basic. Um, the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature must takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So she's going to cast that on herself, and then she's going to ready an action to fire her bow when all the little minions group up, if they do,
Okay.
or when the other ones move closer.
Okay. So you're gonna hold an action until they're all together.
Yeah, if they even come all together, but just yeah.
Okay. You can certainly do that. Alright, so the first torment spawn 2 will rush forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And he will stand beside that one, unable to go any farther. Eldalar, you are up.
Okay.
Might want to take pot shots for the moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna inch up about 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out yon hand crossbow and take a shot.
Okay. That hits. The chain demon basically flies apart as you kill it.
And I think that will be my turn.
All right. So number 1 will rush forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will go there. Number 4. Yeah, he'll rush forward too.
Okay, and then that triggers my reaction.
It does.
Okay.
If you want to make your attack.
Should I try casting the spell before I do the attack, or should I just do the attack and then
Just
spell
make
after?
the attack. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Figure it out.
You and it's on everything within 5 feet. Takes damage, half damage on a miss, right?
Something like that. I should have selected all of them. Sorry.
That's fine, because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're all dead.
All right.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Thanks.
In my mind, like you shot your first arrow so hard that when it hit him, it just literally splintered and it's just like like a little grenade.
Just all these thorns, yeah. Come out of his
Actually, I
hands.
pictured it as kind of like you fired it, and it basically turns into this giant like razor wire of like a rose, and it just kind of slices through all of them.
Sure.
That was how I
Okay.
envisioned it, but that was me. You see the chain demon beginning to claw its way out again. And it will, with one action, it will throw its hand out. And roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. And you see a chain fly from its hands. Eldalar, make a dexterity saving throw. You succeed, and you see a piece of chain land beside you, smashing into the ground with a big crush, and you see like the brick you're standing beside break apart. And then with its other hand, you see as it kind of pulls out, it fires its hand out, and you see 2, 3, 4.
You got out there. I heard
I'm
you
not
see. Oh, okay. My bad.
So what's Scorpion gonna do now?
You see 4 more spawn come flying out and materialize on the ground. Luther, you are a go.
So make a wisdom save.
Yes, please. You
Bullshit.
succeed as you kind of shake off and you fight back, and the imagery and the sounds begin to kind of leave your mind.
I'm just contemplating what I want to do here. Do we want to start moving up a bit, or should we hold here, or what?
I'm currently fighting with this giant headache I have. So
Yeah. I mean, what's the benefit of moving up?
I could hit him with more stuff.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, Lorelith doesn't want to move up. Just tell you that.
I'm not moving it, I'm just calculating.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I am gonna move here, and I'm gonna try to hit the chain demon. Did you say if this was just a generic chain demon, or is this actually culex here?
You get the impression that this is who you're looking for.
Yeah.
It fails. So why did you have advantage?
I have no idea. It just rolled advantage.
That's fine. So you see some radiant energy kind of descend upon it. It seems to kind of bother it, but it doesn't seem to be worse for the wearer.
Did that do any bonus damage, or would said something?
Sacred Flame does not get bonus damage. Its damage is locked to what level you are. So it's 1d8, 2d8, 3d8, 4d8, 5d8.
No, I think he was meaning, does the radiant damage hurt the demon?
Oh, it seems to kind of affect it, but it doesn't really seem to like do anything else. You don't get the impression that the demon is weakened or is any lesser than it was.
I'm just contemplating something else right now. No, that's not gonna work.
What are you thinking about?
I thought of heat metal, but no, he's a flame demon sort of thing. So
I mean, he's already heating his own metal.
Sorry. It's a giant chain with fire inside. It's a nice thought. You can give it a shot if you'd like.
Just to humor the DM, yes.
I mean, it might work. Then if you also heat the metal and bend it out of the way, he might explode in a supernova?
That would be fun.
Everybody dies. The
Yeah,
entire
if you don't
town is
ever-
eviscerated, and the entire region is scorched into nothingness.
I mean, that's better than being tormented.
It is whatever you'd like to do, Luther. You have the opportunity to do
Whatever
whatever
you
you
wanna do.
wish.
yeah, I'm still contemplating. Just give me a moment.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Alright, so the first torment spawn will run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it will step there. And it will attack you. It misses. The second torment spawn, which is actually number 3, will step into the same square and attack you. It misses as well. Fourth, roll wisdom.
All right.
You succeed. Only just as you kind of shake off, and the voices begin to recede from your mind.
Alrighty. And you see there is 2 demons.
There are 2 sitting directly in front of Luther, basically right beside each other in the same square.
All right. I'm going to pick myself up or shake off whatever it was if I was not like.
You're gonna
kneeling
kind of
down or
stop
anything.
leaning against the wall like you're hungover.
Move further forward and attack this first demon sitting here.
Okay.
Will that be advantage? Good.
Yes, because it's attacked. So yeah, you have advantage. Go for it. Don't think it's gonna matter. It didn't. It hits. Did it? 19? Did it take? Did it do that properly?
Is it immune or
The fire does not seem to affect it, but the damage from your weapon seems to break it into pieces. Partially resisted, as you can read there. Or you can't read. I can.
gotcha? So it's still alive.
It is dead as you break its
is
chains into
dead.
pieces. Minions, they only take 1 HP. They have a grand total of 1 hit point.
So I'm going to target the other one with my second attack. And
Okay. It hits. Again, you kill it. Poop. As you break it into pieces. Anything else?
I will end my turn.
All right.
Should I do it or no? Should I
What you
just
talking about, Willis?
see what an arrow does to this guy? Probably nothing, but I really can't think of much else to do.
Knock an arrow and shoot it and see what happens.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
Literally, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, might as well. So I'm gonna take a pot shot. Culex.
That hits.
Okay.
No, okay. But you see it kind of like pling into it and absorbed by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It does not seem to be any weaker from the attack. So far, all the attacks you have seen hit it have not seemed to weaken it in any kind.
Shit.
It's not how you defeat him. Come on, guys, think. Use your brains.
Well, can I do another attack on a different enemy, or does it have to be on the same enemy?
You can attack something else if you'd like.
Okay.
I figure you can rapidly swap and shoot another target. I don't feel like you need to.
Yeah. Shoot that guy.
That hits. It's dead.
Alright.
Edelar, you're up.
I'm gonna move up a little bit behind these two.
Cower behind the two.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take another shot at this guy.
Okay. Fire away. Miss, as the arrow goes missing past it.
Barf.
Well, as my dog goes crazy, I think I will end my turn.
Okay. The torment spawn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move to there, and it can do nothing else. Culex will use his actions. First, he will screech out. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws. As you feel a presence overcome you, and images begin to flash in your eyes. Miss. Dan
No.
survives. Luther
Rolls.
survives. Lorelith and Eldelar, your vision becomes filled with images of death and destruction. Your friends, your family dying. Screeching in the back of your mind. You see them. You hear them. Next, he will extend his hand again. And Eldelar, again, you see a big long piece of chain come flying at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Just a regular one.
Yes, please. You fail. As you feel the chain hit you and wrap around you, binding you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
is you take 15 points of damage
Ow.
as the
Ow.
chain smashes into you and binds you and squeezes you. Luther, it is your go. By the way, you are also now bound. Eldar. You can move, but you can't use your arms. Because especially you've got your arms are pinned to your side.
I see.
Yes. Until you break free. Luther, it is your go.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Eldalar.
Alright, so he takes back 13 points of damage.
Is that calculating right now?
Yes, it did. It did just fine.
It has all the bonuses that are supposed to be there. I can't
Plus
remember.
You got +7, I assume so. What level would you cast it at?
That's a level 1.
So you
But
can't.
does it take into account all my what's it called, life domain stuff and all that?
It seems to. Plus, it's 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier plus a bonus of 3, which is right.
And I'm gonna cast hold on, let me get rid of it. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I can't remember. Can I have that spawn and immediately attack that torment spawn?
You can't cast a second. You can't cast 2 spells back to back like that.
I can't. That's a bonus action.
You can only cast one spell.
Casting a bonus and 1 spell. Actually, is it a bonus action? Yes, you can then. Okay. Yeah, Spirit's Weapon because it's a bonus action. Yes, you can cast that. Go for it.
So I should be able to cast that and have it attack the torment spawn 1.
Yes. I don't know why you tried
What
to
the
hit Eldar.
shit?
You did not stop
Oh.
targeting Eldalar, so you attacked Eldalar. But it does hit, yes. And this spawn is dead.
And I would have had that in front of it if I could get an icon to use.
Do I have a token for that?
Some sort of hammer or something.
I'll see if I got one here. I'll look. Go ahead. Finish out your turn. I'll look. While y'all doing that.
Okay, so quick question is, since Edolar has this chain wrapped around him, can I help him break loose of the chain? Like use my action to help him break loose, or is it more of a Eldar has to break loose on his own thing?
I mean, you could attempt to pry the chain off him if you'd like.
All right, so
That would be extremely helpful because I have negative strength.
So would this be a what would I need to roll to try to help him break? Would like to break?
You would have to make a strength check to try and pull the chain free.
Alrighty, so I'm going to try and do this.
You succeed. So you're able to grab a hold of the chain and basically unwrap it from around his body.
Thank you, strong man. I can breathe again.
After I do that, I tell him, worry about the images. They won't hurt you, but try to break free from them, and I'm going to.
I'll try.
And I move about 20 feet forward.
Okay.
And in my turn, I have to really use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
I imagine I have to roll this.
You succeed.
All right. This and I already know it's not gonna work. Shit. I mean, I can
Yeah,
see if
it
it works.
seemed to have gotten rid of my radiant damage I did to culex too.
Yeah. Yeah, we may not be able to attack him to death. Let's just say that.
I'm just making sure that was intended though, that the radiant damage was supposed to go away too.
Yeah. But are we having any thoughts about what we might want to try?
Fourth, as you get closer, is that stone doing anything strange?
He is not here at the moment, remember?
Oh, right. Duh.
Should we wait for him to come back?
I mean, it's 8. You know, how about we take a minute break? We'll go to 8:30.
Okay.
It's 5. That gives us a 5-minute bio break real quick because we were at an hour and a half. I didn't realize that. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I made it back.
Oh.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, get a drink because I need to refill my drink anyway, and
That's
we'll come back
fine.
at exactly
Okay.
8:30. So that sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay.
All right.
I did not realize they'd gotten that late already.
Yeah.